Hey VC YouTubers, welcome to my channel. Tony here, showing you a very vintage Tony Bennett, hometown, my town, Columbia 6i. There's the original inner, which is in really nice condition, as is this vinyl. And this jacket, I picked these up with a bunch of jazz records. This is considered probably a jazz vocalist, Tony Bennett at that point. Pop, vocal, jazz, one of the best. And haven't read the liner notes, but we'll do that. Actually has a few advertisements for some of his other records. So what we're going to do is clean this record. I have two other jazz records that I cleaned from this pickup. And some of the folks out there, Dave out there, some of the other folks have wondered what do they sound like after they're cleaned, because the two jazz records were pretty dirty. And like I indicated, they're from the 60s, 61, 62. I don't believe they were ever cleaned on anything nearly as efficient as a vacuum cleaner. Probably never even cleaned except for maybe a dishwasher type of brush and fluid. So we're going to pop these open. We're going to look at these. This is a really beautiful 6i. I'm going to show you in a second. There's the 6i, hometown, my town, Tony Bennett, the great Mr. Bennett. I met Bennett at a book signing. It was very nice. It was funny. He was just sitting there, really kind of frail at the time, maybe 10 years before he passed away. I did see Tony Bennett in a great concert in Long Island, or Staten Island rather, New York. And he was so good, I was telling my pal, this could have been a live recording, a live video or a live recording. That's how good he was. So this record isn't bad, but you can see here, they, in those days when they cut a record, this had 3 sides. I'm thinking 12 minutes, perhaps 14 minutes, but they used the outer portion of the wax, which is good because we don't want to get inside too close to the label and you get that inner groove distortion. This is what I'm using. This makes a gallon. I thought it made a couple quarts, but it makes a gallon. L'Art du Son Professional Audio. This is made in Germany. This is good stuff if you could pick this up online. It's not cheap. It's not expensive, but it's not dirt cheap. Maybe $60 shipped or maybe more. But I like it. It does a good job. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the clamp on, spray this down, spin it. We'll watch it spin. We'll do the other side. But like I said, you see some hairlines there. So the proof is going to be in the listening, not just in the visual. Okay, we're rolling. The spray. And I've done in this session maybe 6 or 7 albums, so the brush that I use is pretty saturated, so it doesn't take a lot, but I rub it in pretty good. Like I indicated, I don't believe this record's ever been professionally cleaned. Some of these come with teardrop plastic sleeves, which I don't like. They tend to bind, but this one had a really nice blue Columbia inner. So I'll do this twice. Normally I'd rinse them with distilled water, but I don't want to get into that now. I'm just going to do these and then I'll play them, mark that, clean them. The tube is dirty, but this tube, that doesn't matter. The tube is dirty inside. That's from all the debris. And we're going to shut this down and flip it. Clamp off. That got a little wet, but that doesn't really bother. These labels are pressed on. This label is, I'm sure, over 60 years old. I'm not sure the date of this record, but it has to be 60 years old. Beautiful. No label marks where the spindle hit the record. This is in pretty good condition. Out of this 28 or so records that I picked up, the majority of them are really in really nice shape. I cleaned a couple that look kind of scuffed up, and we will see what they look like in a minute. We are going to turn it on and give it a couple sprays. This was shaken and not stirred. Again, the brush is pretty well saturated. I just cleaned another 6-eye, which was a Johnny Mathis, and it was a 1A, 1B on the inner. I'm not sure what this is, but I'll look at it and let you guys know. Give it another few revolutions with the cleaning fluid on it, rub it in there. This actually loosens any debris, and I don't think these records were ever cleaned. I would bet 100% they were never cleaned with a vacuum cleaner. Shut down. And there's the record. Pretty good. And here they didn't use a lot of wax either. Kind of 1.5 inches off, which is good. I'm just going to read the dead wax and let you know what the stamper is. Okay. This is side 2. Side 2 is 1L. And side 1 is 1A in the dead wax in the stamper. I don't know if you could actually see that. I'm trying to get the right reflection. But it really came out nice. I'll show you the inner, which is a work of art in itself. The Columbia eye there. And here you have the famous 6-eye. And there were a couple of 6-eyes in this collection. Here, the record again. My hometown. Tony B. Tony Benedetto, who Sinatra said was the greatest living vocalist at the time. Sinatra was in the audience watching a concert, or Sinatra was at a concert, and Bennett was in the audience. And Bennett said he never felt so proud because sitting next to him was Tony Bennett's mother. And when she heard Frank, her idol, say that about her boy, it was like the greatest thing. This appears to be a mono. CL, I believe, is mono. So this is really going to be a powerful record. So we'll play that. And this is what I'm using again. You could see that. Hope that out there. The Ohr du Sun, professional, made in Germany. Pretty good stuff. That makes a gallon, so it's pretty economical if you consider how much you get. So there you go. Thanks a lot. And we'll be listening to this record, a Gene Ammons record, jazz, and another jazz record that I cleaned the other day. So keep rocking, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. Ciao.